The Amputated Arms by Jürgen Wilhelm Bergsoe. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Roger Clifton. The Amputated Arms by Jürgen Wilhelm Bergsoe. It happened when I was about 18 or 19 years old, began Dr. Simpson. I was studying at the university and being coached in anatomy by my old friend Solling. He was an amusing fellow, this Solling, full of jokes and whimsical ideas, and equally merry whether he was working at the dissecting table or brewing a punch for a jovial crowd. He had but one fault, if one might call it so, and that was his exaggerated idea of punctuality. He grumbled if you were late 2 minutes. Any longer delay would spoil the entire evening for him. He himself was never known to be late, at least not during the entire years of my studying. One Wednesday evening our little circle of friends met as usual in my room at 7 o'clock. I had made the customary preparations for the meeting, had borrowed 3 chairs, I had but one myself, had cleaned all my pipes, and had persuaded Hans to take the breakfast dishes from the sofa and carry them downstairs. One by one my friends arrived. The clock struck 7, and to our great astonishment Solling had not yet appeared. 1, 2, even 5 minutes passed before we heard him run upstairs and knock at the door with his characteristic short blows. When he entered the room he looked so angry, and at the same time so upset, that I cried out, "What's the matter, Solling? You look as if you'd been robbed." "That's exactly what has happened," replied Solling angrily. "But it was no ordinary sneak thief," he added, hanging his overcoat behind the door. "What have you lost?" asked my neighbour Nansen. "Both arms from the new skeleton I've just recently received from the hospital," said Solling, with an expression as if his last cent had been taken from him. "It's vandalism." We burst out into loud laughter at this remarkable answer, but Solling continued. "Can you imagine it? Both arms are gone, cut off at the shoulder joint, and the strangest part of it is that the same thing has been done to my shabby old skeleton, which stands in my bedroom. There wasn't an arm on either of them." "That's too bad," I remarked, for we were just going to study the anatomy of the arm tonight. "Osteology," corrected Solling gravely. "Get out your skeleton, little Simpson. It isn't as good as mine, but it will do for this evening." I went to the corner where my anatomical treasures were hidden behind a green curtain. The museum was what Solling called it. But my astonishment was great when I found my skeleton in its accustomed place.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?